Education is the key to success. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Teach the children how to read. Oh yeah. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Education is the key to success. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Teach the children how to write. Oh yeah. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Education is the key to success. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Teach the children how to read A, E, I, O. Teach the children how to write A, B, C, D to Z. Teach the children how to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Teach the children how to read. Teach the children how to write. Hey, a journey of 1,000 miles. Always start with a step. Education is the stepping stone for the children to reach their goal. Cause you can never be a good teacher without training from TTC. And you can never be a hero without to start from zero. You will never be.
Good day, everyone. It's good to be here. Welcome you to online class, common entrance class, organized, sponsored by D'Amico schools. This is to prepare pupils for the entrance exam into secondary school. I'm teacher Jumoke and I'll be taking you English language. We'll walk through the journey of preparing for this entrance exam in English language. I'll walk with you. My colleagues will be coming up to take math and then general paper. I welcome you all. Take your time to listen to the video and make sure you do the exercise, after which you would have to submit, or you have questions, you just ask your question. I will send in the answers so you check if you're correct and make any correction if need be. Good. For common entrance class, when you'll be doing English language, you'll be tested for everything you have learned in English language, not just what you've been taught in basic, maybe primary 5 or 4. You will not be asked questions only about progressive tenses. You will not be asked questions about indirect speech alone, but you'll be asked questions about everything, the sounds, the lexemes, and the structure in English language. So for you to be well prepared, that is why the D'Amico schools have organized this class. So we'll take you through the journey from the scratch. So, like you know, English language as a base. I would take our class from the base. And what is the base that I ask you? And that is the part of speech. The part of speech. For everything that we do in English language, this is a shed. Just like an umbrella under which every other thing will begin to spring. Like when you plant a seed, then when it's growing, then you see bringing branches, bringing fruits. That is what part of speech does in English language. It anchors everything that we'll be doing in English language, including the sounds and every other thing. The part of speech now, like before I go into this, English language, we have the reading, the listening, the writing of English, and the speech of English language. But this goes into all these parts that we're talking about. So before we go into those 4 categories of English, of the language, every language has those categories. Let's consider this a part of speech. In English language, there are basically 8 parts of speech. Some argue to be 9, but go with 8. There are 8 parts of speech. You speak in English language, it's of 8 parts. Now look at this example. Shola went to school. Shola went to school. Now look at this. Shola is a particular part of speech. Went is a particular part of speech. And school is also a particular part of speech. I can even decide to say, Shola went to school quickly in a beautiful dress. In a beautiful dress. Good. Shola went to school quickly in a beautiful dress. Now, Shola is a part of speech. Went is a part of speech. School. What about quickly? It's also a part of speech. I have Shola to be a noun. Went to be a verb. To school, this is a determinant. That is where the ninth part of speech comes in. This is referred to as an article. Then we have school is also a part of speech. Quickly is a part of speech. In is a part of speech. Is a part of speech. Beautiful, part of speech. And dress, it's a part of. So when you now bring all these 8 parts of speech together, then we have all that makes the sentences, all the words you say in English language. What we are saying is every word we say in English language has a part that they belong to. Shola is a noun, I told you. Went, it's a verb. To, it's not a determinant. I said it's a determinant the other time, no. To is a preposition. School, it's a noun. Quickly is what? It's an adverb. In is a preposition. A is a determinant. Beautiful is an adjective. And dress is a noun. So those are what makes up your speech. With what I've said now, I know as a smart pupil you would have written almost all the parts of speech. So what are the 8 parts of speech? Quickly can we go? Then we have noun. We have pronoun. We have verb, which is the action word. 4. After verb, let's go with adjective. Adjective. Do you know what I call my adjective? I call adjective parrot because it always tells you more about a noun. So it's a parrot. I call it a parrot. My pupils in my physical classroom knows it. When I say what part of speech is a parrot, they know it is adjective and adverb. So the next thing we have adverb. We have adverb. The next one. After adverb, what can we have? We have preposition. Preposition. Then after preposition, what do you have? You have conjunction. Preposition shows relationship between words. Conjunction join 2 words, phrases, or clauses together. And then we have the last one, which is interjection. It is also a part of speech if you don't know. I will explain why it is a part of speech. Interjection. So these are basically the 8 parts of speech in English language. The noun, the pronoun, the verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. So those are the basically 8 parts of speech in English language. So we'll go through all the things you've done then when you were going up from moving from one class to another. We're just trying to remind ourselves things will be asked during examination. Then we'll go with noun. What's a noun? A noun, it's a naming word. It's a naming word. It's the name of a person, animal, place, or thing. A noun is the name of a person, animal, place, or thing. Then we have the pronoun. When you say pronoun, before we move to pronoun, I would like to remind you also that there are different types of noun. Yes, I could remember then that in my physical classroom also, I taught my pupils a particular song that helps them to remember the types of noun. Under the types of noun, we have there are 5 types of noun: proper noun, abstract noun, collective noun, common noun, and concrete noun. I don't teach them that song. Those are the 5 types of noun. We have the proper noun, the abstract noun, the collective noun, the common noun, and the concrete noun. Also remember that under noun we do numbers in noun. The ones where we have the plural and the singular. Singular means one, and plural means more than one. So if I have one table, I will say table. But if it is more than one and I have two tables, then I will not say two tables. What will I say? I say two tables. I add s to my table to form the plural. So I hope you're refreshing yourself with that. Now I will move to pronoun, because we'll take those ones in our subsequent class. We'll take each of these parts of speech and look at it critically so you can remember, because there are 15 methods of forming plural in English language. We'll look at that maybe in our next class. Pronoun, quickly. Pronoun is a word used instead of a noun. We use our pronoun instead of a noun. For example, Shola is my brother. Shola attends Damiko Montessori International School. Shola is preparing for common entrance. Shola is planning to go to Damiko College of Arts and Science. Why are we saying Shola, Shola, Shola? There is a particular word I can use to replace Shola. If Shola is a boy, or if Shola is a boy, I will say he. And if she is a girl, then I will say she. So Shola is my brother. He attends Damiko Montessori International School. He is planning to go to Damiko College of Art and Science. He is attending an online class sponsored by Damiko School. So that is pronoun, he there. So pronoun are words used instead of a noun. Then verb. Verb, we call it nucleus. It's the heart of a sentence. It tells you, it's so powerful that it tells when you remove the verb away from a sentence, then the sentence will look like somebody help me. So it's a heart of a sentence. It's an action word. It tells you what the person is. For example, now what am I doing? I'm teaching. So you say teacher Jumoke is teaching the common entrance class. Teaching in that sentence. Remove it. Then you now say teacher Jumoke. Is also a verb. Hope you know there are types of verb. We have the auxiliary verb and the modal verb. We'll go to that later when we're treating verb. Is also a verb. So when you remove is and teaching, teacher Jumoke online class, does that make sense to you? No, because you have removed the art of the sentence. But if I say teaching, you only look at me because you want more information, but at least I'm making sense to you. If I say teaching, I'm making sense. You can answer, where is teacher Jumoke? And somebody will just say teaching. It will make sense to you because you already understood that she's in a class or she's somewhere teaching because you know she's a teacher. So the verb is very important in a sentence. Adjective. Adjective are words. You know, I told you that adjective is a parrot. Adjective tells you more about a noun or a pronoun. For example, your mom will talk to you. Go to the room and bring me my red bag. How do you know the bag you want to bring inside the room? You're supposed to bring it inside the room. It's because she said a red bag. So red in that sentence is an adjective. Adjective tells you more about a noun. It's descriptive. It describes a noun. So adjective describes a noun or a pronoun. Then adverb. Adverb, though, in the same vein, tells us more about a verb. How an action is done. She works quickly to school. How did she work? Quickly. Most adverb takes ly to form. They add ly to the adjective to form adverb. But there are some that do not take ly, yet they are still adverb. I'll give you an example. She works very hard. She works very hard. Work. W-O-R-K. She works very hard. Very in that sentence is an adverb because it tells you how she works. So it's an adverb, it does not have ly. So we'll be looking at those two types of adverb when and in the types of adverb of manner or place. We'll look at those two. Then the next one, preposition. Preposition tells you the relationship between the noun, the relationship that works out between words and nouns. For example, the pen on the table. Where is the pen? On. What is telling you where the table is? On, not under, not beside, but on the table. So on in that sentence is a preposition because it's telling you the relationship between a pen and a table. Then number 7, we have conjunction. Conjunction, I told you the other time, joins. Those are it's conjoined. It joins words, phrase, or clauses together. Tope and Tolu, Shola and so Tope. All those words, they are conjunction because they are joining words together. Then there are types of conjunction too. We'll look at the types of conjunction and how to use. And then the last one is Interjection. Interjection shows emotions. It shows emotion, alas. It shows emotions, alas. When you shout, your happiness, when you're sad, it shows that your state of mind when you are expressing yourself in a sentence. That is what interjection helps to show. So now, before we go, these are the 8 parts of speech. I've told you, I've explained to you what they are. What I want you to do now is in your own words, explain to me what a noun is. A noun is the name of a person, animal, place, or thing. Please give me an example. As you are explaining it, you give example. What's a pronoun? A pronoun is used instead of a noun, you give me example. A verb is an action word, you give example. Adjective tells or describes a noun or a pronoun. After you have said that, you tell me example. E.g., beautiful, ugly, long, short. Adverb tells us more about a verb or an adjective as well. Then preposition. Preposition shows the relationship. Example of preposition, I have on, I have beside, between, behind. I have those ones as example that shows relationship. Conjunction joins sentences together and verbs. It joins sentences together. Then interjection shows emotion, and this is a sign of interjection. So in our next class, we have come to the end of the class today. In our next class, we'll be starting with noun. We'll pick noun, types of noun, and work on it. Then we'll go through the exercises, go through some of the common entrance questions, and look at what they have for us that has a relation to noun. So till next class, see you. Make sure you attempt all that I've said you should do, and we'll see you in the next class. Bye.
Education is the key to success. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Teach the children how to read. Oh yeah. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Education is the key to success. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Teach the children how to write.